My question is the recent row over Sanatana Dharma caught my attention about knowing it.
Oh.
Actually, I've searched, I've researched at many ways, and like in YouTube, Googled it, but I've never got a proper conclusion about what Sanatana Dharma is.
What do you understand?
So actually, what I understood is Sanatana Dharma is not a religion. Sanatana Dharma are a set of principles, eternal principles, which guide human to gain some higher consciousness or to attach him with Paramatma.
Yeah,
it is not a kind of religion.
You are correct.
So many of them link it to Hinduism. So I couldn't make
that is because the stupidity of the political mileage which they wanted to get. Sanatana Dharma existed in nature, and people started understanding it is the way of life. It's a way of life.
Yes.
Being with nature is what is the way of life. So it was very strong during the Satya Yuga.
Okay.
Sanatanam is, which is the oldest of the oldest and the newest of the newest. So those days when it started, it had its relevance because people only understood, like any other civilization, if you look at it, all of them believed only on the nature and its power.
Yes.
So India also, we had only nature as its power. And then the next, those days you don't have a king. The Satya Yuga, there is no king, and there is no ruler, and the ruled one are not there. Everybody is part of the nature. Satya Yuga. Then the next Yuga, which is the Treta Yuga. That time you will see there is a king, there is Dasharatha, there is Rama, Ravana. So there is a split. Satya Yuga, you don't see any war. Everybody was with nature, with harmony, enjoying each other. Probably the population increased, they wanted to have their own territory. Right. So when that came, there was some group of people who still loved nature. That may be the part of Rama. Maybe the other people wanted to encroach and then capture somebody's wife, somebody's property, somebody's, all that story comes from there. So that is against Sanatana Dharma. Dharma is, the Dharma itself means quality. Dharma literary meaning is quality. What is the Dharma of salt? Giving saltiness.
Yes.
What is Dharma of sugar? When you taste it, it should become sweet. What is Dharma of human being? Being human.
Okay. So
what is human? I am considerative to everything around me. That is why you call him as a human person, right?
Yes.
Some people become non-human. They become animal nature. Animal is what captures something else and then all that, right? So therefore they categorized into Rajasika, Tamasika, Sattvic and all that. So probably the most purest is what is called a Sattvic. So when we talk about Sanatana Dharma, Sattvic comes into mind. And we have a concept, it's a bad concept actually, that all gods are Sattvic. Actually, all gods are not Sattvic also.
Yes.
We have got gods who are Rajasic, who fight war, who also kill somebody else. It's a mix of all the three characters, Sattvic, Rajasic, Tamasic.
Yes, sir.
Suppose somebody has come closer to Sattvic, his Rajasic quality will become less. Because out of 100%, if 33,
Yes.
somebody gets 50 itself is more of a Sanatana Dharma person. So this we took it very close to the Atmiya, because what happens is we have a desire from the manas. We have a practical mind which is the buddhi. The conflict happens and then the inside my atma takes a decision. It's like a judge.
Okay.
Most of the time it contradicts. So nobody is totally, the atma is called the atmiya purusha, which is our inner inborn quality.
Okay.
That is sanatana. But the desire is always rajasic and tamasic. The buddhi always conflicts between this, looking at where am I doing, with whom I am doing. It's more practical. So there is no categorization whether it is rajasic or tamasic. Based on the group I will change. If I have got a good company, I will become. That is why the word satsang came.
Sansang.
The satsang, what happens is they will become more of considerative to all the people. But satsang also can be of all the people who are cruel. Then that satsang becomes only for satsang, right? For their quality.
Okay.
So it's totally undefined. But then there is a group of people, there is another group of people who started fighting in the Treta Yuga. In Dwapara Yuga, this happens to be inside family.
Okay.
That is why cousin brothers. Dharmaputra is dharma. Dharma is quality.
Yeah.
So Dharmaputra is the quality person. That is Sanatana Dharmic. He stands for everybody else. But the other person is Adharma Purusha. Duryodhana.
Yes.
All that he thinks is also against people. Duryam means against. Dur itself means bad. Duryodhana. He has got all the ability to become bad.
Oh.
Understood? The name itself is a quality assurance. So therefore he is against Sanatana. He is with Sanatana. So because we had the concept of God who is supporting Sanatana all the time, we think Hindu gods are all Sanatana. And therefore Hindus who are following it become Sanatana. But out of Hinduism, if you look at it, most of the people don't even follow that. We have become more Rakshasic. Actually, Sanatana people don't eat any food which is of old. Pickle will not be eaten.
Yes.
So you tell me which Hindu doesn't have pickle. Old food should not be eaten. No bloody food has to be eaten. No dead body should be eaten. Non-vegetarian should not be eaten. Which Hindu follows all this? So there is a inner conflict. There is a family conflict during the Dwapara Yuga. And today in Kali Yuga, what happens is the inner conflict is there. Individually, each one of us have got a conflict. Instead of a family, it has come to an individual. Yeah, who the Ruchit wanted to come, either show the face or don't. Ruchit Ash Kamal. He is not even talking here. Show your face. Turn your camera to the right side. Yeah. So that is how I define. But there are many ways to look at Sanatana Dharma. Why again he has gone? Yeah. You said Ruchit is an environmentalist. So there is a definition of environment concept in Sanatana Dharma.
Yes, yes.
That is called Ishtapurta. The Ishta karma is what individualistic I am doing. Ishtade labade surgam. If I do Ishta karma, I get surga. But Bharatiya Sankalpa doesn't believe in surga. Much higher is moksha.
Yes.
Surga is a temporary concept. The temporary happiness is called surga. Moksha is a permanent happiness. Purte mokshama vapniyat. Purta karma is for the moksha karma. What is Purta karma? Purta karma is taking care of environment. Vapi kupatadagani devatane nanija annapradana mudyanam purtam ityabhidiyate. You dig well, clean the lake, consider making the pond up usable for multiple number of people, and have sufficient number of cultivation. That too annapradana mudyanam. Don't just have greenery which gives fruit so that many other animals can eat. These two, Ishta Purtam, is what is Sanatana Dharma. You should have both in balance.
But Dr. TPS, the principles suggested in Sanatana Dharma, that is truth, non-violence, these principles actually are followed by Buddhists and Jains also.
No,
But why is
wait. It is not that. All this comes from the basic concept of yoga. Okay, yama, niyama, asana, pranayama, pratyahara, dharana, dhyana, samadhi. Why am I getting adapted to many of the desires which is uncontrollable in the beginning? I told you, right?
Yes, yes.
That is because I am not able to control my indriyas.
Okay.
So the yoga describes people to become controlled so that I will not desire for somebody's property. The whole world is somebody's property, nothing is mine. But I share with others. I only consume minimum required. Correct. So how do I take care of that? For first, I have to be non-violent. Yama is non-violence.
Yes.
Niyama is disciplined.
Discipline.
Then I should have sufficient energy physically to take care. That is why yogasana, it's a minimum exercise, not what is being followed like a monkey's job of keeping your head down and then leg up and all that. Shirshasana is not at all considered in the traditional yogas. It's only a magic which is produced by Mysore Palace. So what is being followed by yoga itself is a stupid monkey's task. Okay. You look at modern yoga and the traditional yoga. Patanjali never prescribed Shirshasana. Yama, niyama, asana, pranayama. Breathing technique so that you don't even require to eat more. When you eat more, you cannot breathe properly.
Okay.
If you have more food, you don't breathe properly. So a pranayama person cannot eat more also. He will eat only what is exactly required. The most of the diseases is because people eat more than what is prescribed for them or what is required by them. If you eat less, you will have less diseases actually. Pratyahara, dharana, dhyana. I have to take care of only minimum requirements, concentrate on that. Don't take my indriyas to unwanted things so that I will have peace of mind. All that together to join to God, that is the being an Atmiya Purusha, is what is yoga.
Okay.
So what is Sanatana Dharma in one direction? If you look at it, it is the yoga itself.
Okay.
Now
So
your
when
question is, why Jainism and Buddhism?
although Jainism and Buddhism, why everyone connected to Hinduism only?
See, Jainism and Buddhism is only a supplementary part or maybe appendix part of Hinduism. They have nothing new.
Okay.
I am courage enough and dare enough to tell in Buddhist discussions also. We had conferences in which all the religious people join. I keep saying, if Buddha would have read Bhagavad Gita, he would not have started Buddhism. If Jain would have read Bhagavad Gita, he would not have started Jainism. Actually, there is nothing new. It's only a small supplementary portion. If Bhagavad Gita is the milk, probably the butter and the curd is, or maybe that little different versions of that is these two things.
Okay, Dr. TPS. But when I search for Sanatana Dharma's origin and traces, so many of them they said is that the word Sanatan is actually mentioned in Bhagavad Gita, and it didn't found its place in Vedas also. Vedas doesn't describe Sanatan anywhere.
See, Vedas are not dated at all. Veda has no date.
No date. Yeah.
Okay, there is no date when it is written. So that's what I said, it is during the Krita Yuga. Probably it is in the Dwapara Yuga which has come into existence. That time this conflict and Dharma Shastra is not well told as, that is why Ramayana it would have been not mentioned. But Dwapara Yuga there is a real conflict, people have to mention it.
Okay.
Understood? So maximum you will see some references only in Bhagavad Gita. But Bhagavad Gita, he himself says it is not something new. which was there in the traditional old time when Surya told Manu, and that has been lost in the past, and then I am repeating it again. Krishna doesn't claim that as is his contribution.
Actually, when I asked my professor about Sanatana Dharma, he said that the concept was first said by Krishna to Surya, then Surya to Manu.
Actually, that is wrong. You refer to Bhagavad Gita slokas. I'll give you the exact sloka, but I will have to refer the number. There is a sloka in which says, already this was told earlier by Manu, Surya to Manu, and then Krishna is the latest version, right?
Yes.
So
Actually,
before that Rama, I don't quote somebody who is not literate in this. Just because he has got a title professor, whatever he says need not be correct. So don't quote professor. Quote only the original books. If somebody says, don't take it without getting a reference from him. I am also telling, no, I will tell you which sloka. Don't tell that DrTPS told. I did not tell. I am only referring and then telling you from which textbook, which sloka, and he himself says it is not mine. Then how can somebody say that no, he taught Surya Vamsha is, Krishna is a Surya Vamsha. So Surya Vamsha cannot be powerful than Surya, right?
okay, doctor.
Understood?
Yes, doctor.
I'll tell you the sloka number. I will have to refer it. Yeah. I know the sloka, but number I am not able to get. I think it's in the 4th chapter, first sloka itself. Fourth chapter, first sloka must be. The beginning itself after the Karma Yoga, Sankhya Yoga and the Karma Yoga. Imam vivasvate yogam praktavanaham avyayam vivaswan manave praha maririkshvaguve bravit evam parampara praptam imam rajarshayo vidya sakale neha mahata yoga nashtha parantapa. Hey Arjuna, it has been lost over a period of time. Evam parampara praptam, what I received from the old tradition is lost. So that means you got it. When it started, the antiquity of Gita can be seen by chapter number 4, sloka number 1. Okay. Imam vivasvate yogam. It is actually the original, the Surya, who gave this to Manu. That is what he says. Praktavanaham avyayam, told this as it is. Vivaswan manave pravaha. Manu has given to Vivaswa. Okay. The Surya gave it to Manu, and then the Ikshvaku, Manu gave it to Ikshvaku. The Ikshvaku gave it to the generations to come, and then got it. You can see references in 15th chapter, 12th sloka, and 7th chapter, 8th sloka also. I give a lot of cross references which I write down there. Okay. 15th chapter, 12th sloka also, there may be a reference. Yeah. Idatyadagadam teja jagat bhasayade akhilam yachandriyasmasi yachagnau tat tejo vidhimamagam. The heat energy and the light energy is the most powerful energy, and everything comes from sun only. So Krishna doesn't say that I am the most powerful person. He says my energy also comes from Surya. Understood? And so, yeah. So he never takes credits unwantedly. Okay. 7th chapter, 8th also, he must be praying to sun. So if he is praying to sun, that means he agrees that sun is the most powerful. Raso ahamapsu kaundeya Prabhasmi Shashi Suryayo. The Surya and the reflection of Surya by the moon, they are the most powerful. Pranavaha sarva vedeshu shabdakhe purusham nrushuhu. It's all the sound itself comes from that energy, which is the pranava itself comes from the Surya. What else is required? So sloka number 4.1, 7.8 and 15.12.
Doctor, what is this issue of this Dravidians and Sanatana Dharma? Why are they trying to eradicate? Why are they against Sanatana Dharma? Actually?
Yeah, that is basically the South India was connected to Langa. Langa and South India were not connected. There is no that whatever we have today, the Rameshwara, the bridge, the Rama bridge. It's called Rama bridge. Actually, it was one island. It is not that far. If a monkey could jump it and make a bridge, it cannot be as far as this. So it was very close. It is only the continental movement, the geophysical movement made it little far. So
yes,
probably
yes,
in Treda Yuga, we are talking about 16 lakhs of years back.
Yes.
So it is very close. Yes. Okay. All the South Indian people are all Rakshasas, black color skin. All those who are in the from the, you can see the Krishna took birth, Rama took birth, Ayodhya, everything north is in the north of India.
North of India.
Correct. And actually, India is not the Himalaya. India is up to the Mongolian border.
Yes.
The Bharata Vamshe, Bharatagandhe, the whole Asia was one territory. So beyond Himalaya, our Kailasa was the center of Bharat.
Okay.
Kailasa, Meru is called the center of Bharat. Okay.
Yes.
And the Greenwich meridian was in the Madhya Pradesh, connecting to Indian Greenwich meridian. I am not talking about the new Greenwich meridian. If there is a zero meridian, I should not tell Greenwich. The zero meridian for the whole world, the whole earth was Langa Vatsya Puravandis Thaneshwara Suralayan. Langa, Sri Lanka, and Vatsapuram. Vatsapuram is Khajuraho. That's in Madhya Pradesh. Madhya Pradesh. Khajuraho. Khajuraho is traditional name of Khajuraho is Vatsapuram. Yeah. Yes. So Langa Vatsapuravandis Thaneshwara Suralayan. You put a twine or a thread between Langa and Vatsapura. That was the center of Bharat. The east and west was decided like that. Got it?
Center of whole earth.
The whole earth. Okay, and that is how even by the traditional Bharatiya astrological computations, all that was based on this central meridian, which was defined by this. Okay, all mathematicians and astronomers were using this.
Okay.
Varaha Mihira himself was based on this. Okay.
Yes.
All the mathematicians, Madhava, or maybe you can call anybody. Aryabhata is also using this as a reference. So, being the center of India, the Meru, you can imagine India would have had a north up to the top. So, our Vedas are never written in India, in today's India. It was the China-Mongolia border. It is called the Guma Islands. Guma Islands are all salt rocks. So beyond the Kailash, the other side of the Kailash from we look from here south.
Yes, that's not south.
That is how it is defined. Meroha Dakshine Parsha. You go to any temple, the priest will be chanting. And in the chanting, he will connect you to the time and the space. He will first say Saptapadamandandare Kaligale Pradamavade, etc., etc., etc. And he will say the Brahmandana Madhye Jambuddhyuve Bharatak Gande Bharata Varshe. You must have heard this many times. Meroha Dakshine Parshve. That means from the Meru Parvatam, that is Kailas, south is called the southern people, and the north was also there.
Yes.
Actually, the Aryan invasion theory, whether people agree, the historians agree or not, the Vedic tradition says those people north of that area, that was called God's own valley.
God's own one.
God's own valley. I traveled to Kailash. So what we have to do is, from the south when we go, we have to take from the west, we have to go to the north, cross a small cave, a door sort of a thing, which is called the God's valley.
God's valley.
That is an entrance to God's valley. So from south when we go, we have to cross that door, then we can reach the God's country.
Okay.
Understood? That means beyond that portion is God's country. So definitely the Arya concept, the white skin concept came from that place. Okay. They would have come, Rama would have come, Krishna would have come to give an emancipation, a evolution, a change in the humanity towards the south. But their grandparents like Shiva and all is on that other side of the world.
Okay.
Understood?
So Rama is in Ayodhya and Krishna is in Dwarka. So they are south of Meru.
Little came to south. Understood? So if 2 yugas people came to south, that means before that they were all in the other part. Actually Sita herself is a Himavan's daughter, right? So maximum Himalaya only he married. He did not marry somebody from Lanka.
Yes.
Understood?
Yes.
So those people are considered as the Arya, and therefore the rest of the people with the different skin is called Dravidias. And all other states other than Tamil Nadu agreed that we are all part of, changed it into either Rama followers or Krishna followers and all that. Okay, only in Tamil Nadu, if you have seen the Dashavatar,
Yes.
they conflicted and 2 different people stayed there very strongly, the Shaivites and Vaishnavites.
Vaishnavites. Yes.
Okay. They wanted to market Vaishnavites and somebody wanted to be strong in Shaivites and then started fighting. You can see that is why the best temples, either the biggest temple structure in the whole India is Trichy, Ranganatha Swami temple. Okay. The structure wise there is no difference between the Vaishnava temples and Shaiva temples. It looks almost the same. Only in Tamil Nadu. Rest of the places, by looking at it, we can see, oh, this is that or this is this. And most of our gods came here down. Probably the story of killing Ravana, all that has come to spread the message of Sanatana Dharma, saying that no, you are all, it's all story written by somebody, right? Similarly, Krishna also have travelled up to the south. All Pandavas came and then established a cross of Krishna and Shiva together and then made Ayyappa. The story of Ayyappa is Vishnu and Shiva married together to produce a new god.
Okay. Actually, in Mohini Avatar. Vishnu is
Yeah,
Mohini.
that is what I am saying. A lady and a gent, Shiva in the gender form and Mohini as Vishnu married together to produce. That is because there is a big fight between Vaishnavites and Shaivites.
Okay.
There is a saying that Vaishnavites are more sattvic, Shaivites are little rajasic. Understood? So there is a dilution which has happened, but it doesn't happen over a period of maybe 5,000 years are not good enough, Kaligala. May happen after some more time. Understood?
Then does this Sanatana Dharma is the base for present day's caste system and women's position?
No, there is no Sanatana Dharma doesn't talk about caste at all. There is no Hinduism defined in Sanatana Dharma. Hinduism is not there. Because other isms came,
Yes.
other isms came, the rest of the people who do not belong to either Jain, Buddhist, many people got split, right?
Yes.
Many people got converted into somebody like Jain, who are all, actually they are all like messengers only. Sanatana Dharma doesn't believe in messenger. Sanatana Dharma believes in sankalpas. Your imagination.
Yes.
Okay, there is no single God, there is no single preaching. You can conflict, contradict, you can go against it, anything can be done. Still you are a Hindu. Because by birth you are a Hindu. Only when you read something, you follow somebody else, then you are not a Hindu. You have to take birth as a Hindu in the whole world. There is no other religion. If at all you call it as Hinduism. Actually, Sanatana Dharma. As a human being, whoever is taking birth is Sanatana Dharma followers. But somebody don't understand it, they transferred into different one. The rest of the people who don't understand anything is Hindus. You can call like that.
Yeah, actually.
They did not read anything. Understood? Neither they read Hinduism nor they read something else. Don't think that whoever chant Vishnu Sahasranama, Lalita Sahasranama are Hindus. They are also stupid non-Hindus. They don't even understand what is Sanatana Dharma. Soon after the Lalita Sahasranama is over, they will have chicken biryani. Understood? Sattvic brahmacharis. Brahmachari doesn't mean who did not marry. Whose in Hridaya there is a Brahma living. I am a creative person. I think genuinely in my own logical ways. I don't believe somebody just because he says something. I understand the logic. So Sanatana Dharma is totally logical. Other religions are not logical because it's like a political party. Suppose I become a political person, I cannot talk against my president, right?
Yeah.
Whatever he says or she says, I have to obey.
No, actually, after listening to you, I'm getting to a conclusion that Periyar is also stupid.
What is stupid?
Periyar. So he's against Sanatana Dharma. So
Who?
Sanatana Dharma actually.
Who?
Periyar, Ramakrishna Periyar, Ramaswamy Periyar.
See, Sanatana Dharma from the existence in Krishna's period also, there were a lot of people who were criticizing.
Yeah.
Who are talking against. They are all brilliant fellows. If you are thinking, you will criticize. You have the ability to criticize, that means you are brilliant and bright. If you are thinking, I can convince you. If you are not thinking, I cannot convince you. You are a believer, blind believer cannot be converted. Most of the people are blind. So, anybody who is talking against Sanatana Dharma is also acceptable to Sanatana Dharma. That is why Charvakas are all against the Dharma which we consider as Dharma, and they criticize thoroughly. Every Charvaka, every critic is given a Rishi Padavi. They are considered as the supermost, the priest or maybe the sannyasi Padavi, the topmost position is given to the critics. So, if Stalin's son is going to talk against, you should not shout at him. We should give him a Rishi Padavi. Understood? If somebody is keeping quiet or quoting him and objecting, that means you have not understood what he is saying. You should ask him, what do you mean? Understand, talk to him, learn from him, in which context you did. Why did you tell this? Have a very, very rich colloquium.
This, DrTPS, again, these people, actually, in general, they attach this kind of caste system, Varna system, and untouchability kind of concepts with Sanatana Dharma.
See, that is because, I'll tell you, when somebody is talking against somebody else, why are you taking so much of attention to him? I'll tell you, nobody would have known Stalin's son is a minister until people started talking about him. He is an insignificant nil fellow.
Yes.
Everybody knows in politics how to become big. If you look at Congress, you will see somebody is a general secretary or he has given a charge of a secretary just because he is black, he is a lower caste. And the party says we don't talk about casteism and we don't talk about religion. If somebody is talking that they don't talk about religion and casteism, why do you have reservation policies generated? So what you speak is not what you do. Bharatiya Shastram talks about religion, caste based on their job. Understood? Assume you have an office, your sound is echoing, that's why I am muting. So you mute when you are not talking. Assume that you have got a principal of a college and teachers of a college and attender of a college. They have different basic jobs. Based on the job, you will give him a bigger room and then maybe only a chair to sit outside, right? So, Swabhava Prabhavair Gunai, based on your character. Character means what is the role which you are playing. In a drama, character means what? I am a character in a drama means I have a role to play. So based on your role to play in the society, you may get a bigger room or a smaller room. Maybe driver has to open the door for the collector when he has to come. He has to salute, the police has to salute. So the category has been changed based on the job assigned to them during those period. Blind people took it as a great message and then started spreading it. And actually the so-called casteism is not there is what is written in our rituals. If somebody is talking, Sanatana Dharma had this, you tell me, Indian Sanatana Dharma, the mythology, the Purana Idihasas, which were written to describe this, explain this, Ramayana, who is the author there? The author himself is Vatmiki, who is a scheduled caste, scheduled tribe in today's definition. Do you think that no, he himself is the author, he is the part of the drama, he would have addressed himself as a Brahmin and then started writing the story, right? Why he didn't do that? That is because the author himself decided there is no difference between the Brahmin also learns the story which is written by a scheduled tribe, and in which he has characterized the god as a Kshatriya. Kshatriya is below Brahmin. If at all somebody has to put him in the ladder, he must be below that. Got it? Then he got promoted to the Bhagavan's level, not even Brahmin's level. He became the god himself. Vatmiki became the god himself, straight. Got it? And similarly, the Vyasa has characterized many people as the fisherman. He himself is the son of such a place. He has taken birth in a, what is that? You must see that, no, Dvaibhadyayana, in the Dube, in the island, the lady gets raped and produce the child. And his son is what is Vyasa. So nobody knows which caste they belongs to. She is a fisher woman and got raped and produced, but he becomes equivalent to God, and then God comes and asks him suggestions and definitions, right? So tell me which is, what does it say? It says there is no value. You don't have to consider. Shankaracharya himself got Shiva in front of him in the form of a lowermost caste fellow. All these stories are kept inside us to understand there is no casteism in Hinduism. But what is in practice by people over a period of time has become so worse. So that Sanatana Dharma has no role. It is only political mileage. Some of the kings who have ruled, the people who educated sometime, they did not give that knowledge to somebody else. All such people started this stupidity. If a wise man understands this, I don't think they will consider this as the real knowledge. These are all misinterpreted knowledge. That is what is spreading today. This spreading will not happen If we ignore such criticisms and a few people learn it thoroughly and start, many people approached me for many of the comments which comes from the politicians and such things. Dr. TPS decided I am not going to give any single sentence for all this. Only when somebody wanted to learn, understand things, I will explain it. That time I may quote because you are being misled. Otherwise, I will not talk about any controversies at all. You can't see a single controversy on any of my social media or YouTube. I will only tell facts, which I have learned from my greatest guru, who was a Brahmin. I am not a Brahmin. I don't have a cross belt. I am a Kshatriya. If at all I have to be called, I belong to the Kshatriya group. But he took me along with him to all the places where a Brahmin can enter. Understood? So I had a guru who was a Brahmin with a cross belt who knows Veda, and he took me from that level to the Brahmin level, where most of the people would not have taken that step. Understood? So I've tasted that taste of transferring me from that level to a different level. Yeah.
Okay, sir. My doubts are okay. Doctor, my doubts are all clear now.
Good.
For Ruchit has an doubt.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir. I really feel happy for getting to know a lot of things which I never knew. I mean, a very in-depth knowledge about Sanatana Dharma, and I've been like tracing back the history.
Ruchit, you are in environment. You should look at WED, World Environment Day 2023, Dr. TPS on YouTube.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. I'll definitely check it out. I'll ask Shashi to share the YouTube.
No, you can also contact me, yeah, Dr. TPS. You just search Dr. TPS. I am there. My number is there, 950-2038875. This will also go on to YouTube. I am recording it.
Oh, that's great, sir.
I am recording there. I am recording on the screen. I am recording here.
That's really nice, sir. So, yeah, can you please share your number again?
950
950
20
20
388
388
75.
75.
I just returned yesterday from Kerala when Sheshi Reddy was contacting me. I was roaming around Kerala, finished maybe more than 10 to 15 programs for schools, colleges, PMI. Indian Institute of Science was celebrating Engineers Day. There is a ISTEM. They were celebrating Vishwasharayya's birthday, 15th. Continuously on talk. Yesterday night only I reached. Okay.
Yes, sir. Sir, I have a very small question. As you explained, the caste system is a very latest thing. It is like a latest thing, right? As you mentioned. Like, can you like tell me the date? Like, can you say me during which period it might have like?
See, what had happened to us, probably there are few pockets in India where it was followed thoroughly, the caste systems. Okay, but there are few places where people did not consider this as caste system is very strong. Even during Mahatma Gandhi visited Sri Narayana Guru in Kerala in early 1900s. That is because Sri Narayana Guru was one who was an OBC. Actually, Krishna himself is an OBC, Yadava. Bhagavan Krishna is a Yadava. Yadava is an OBC. So you tell me Brahmins do puja for OBC, right? These concepts were being spread by Srinarayana Guru, saying that we don't have to categorize people like that and all that. But originally, Mahatma Gandhi himself considered people as Harijan, non-Harijan. That means you are categorizing somebody as lower caste and higher caste, right? So the political people started this. Earlier to that, this was there, but there are few temples which are ruled by the Brahmins, where they feed the lowest caste first, then the higher caste, then the Brahmins. That means first the people who are cleaning the temple are fed first. Then those people who are administrators fed next. Then the pujaris were fed next. Then the Bhagavan is given food. So understood, the Bhagavan is not given food first. The people in the labor level is given food first. Is it considering as higher or not? And if you look at how long was this consideration, and when people decided that no, this casteism should not be there, you can see Ayyappa temple was opened for everybody equally in equal dress, right? Got it? This is during the Kaligala itself they started. Kaligala itself they started. So it would have been in the Dwapara Yuga to Kaligala, in between somewhere 5,000 years back it would have started. Almost 3,000 years people started fighting against it. The biggest problem was not the Savarnas agreeing to the lower. From that lower to the next level people did not agree. You understood? Suppose OBC agreed by the Kshatriyas. The OBCs will not agree the SC/ST. That is lack of education. That's all the reason.
Thank you so much, sir, for sharing this. And I think that explains a lot about the origins of caste system.
And in between what had happened was the Christianity came. Maximum converted Christianities are people from the lower caste.
Yes.
The labor caste, uneducated, so that they could trap. So they are the people, they wanted to show that there is a casteism in Hinduism, so they can trap the rest of the people. So probably the Muslim Christians invasion aggravated the feeling of casteism in the Hinduism. Otherwise it would not have been there.
Thank you so much. So the last question is like, I have personally seen a lot of incidents where I come from a Dalit community. So I've personally seen and experienced a lot of times that I got discriminated on the basis of my caste, and I was asked to I was actually pointed out that I'm from a Dalit community, and I've personally seen a lot of villages where the houses of SC community people are in the ends of villages. So how do we deal with it? Because as you say that our history, like our religion, do not really support this thing. So how do we try to educate people, and how do we try to remove a lot of there are many incidents where this is still continuing, a wrong propaganda about it.
Actually what happens is, it is there in every job which we do. Assume I am an IPS and I have got a lot of police people below me. I say there are a lot of police people below me. That's what the word I said, right? Is it actually there are people below me, or all of us are the servants of government? Do you think an IPS fellow can do any job without somebody's support? Got it? So who is taking help from whom? The IPS fellow is taking help from somebody else. So whoever helps is more resourceful. Whoever takes help is less resourceful, right? Correct or not?
Yes, sir.
So the master is less help. They are all helpless people. A rich man is more helpless than a poor man. If you look at philosophically, you understood what I am saying. The master of a school thinks that he is the master and the rest of them are my students. Actually, when I visit all the schools, I keep saying the master has existence because the students are paying fees. I am paying fees to my teacher means he is my servant, I am the master. It's the reverse way. You understood? So if this feeling is not there in the student, he will never question the master. If I am paying somebody and he is not treating me well, when I go to a hotel and eat food, The hotler is not taking care of me well, I will shout at him. I attend a class, my teacher is not doing his job perfectly, I will shout at him. We have the credit. Why people are not doing? Because you are scared. So the problem is you don't have courage to show that your power. That ability is called the lower caste. That inability can be called as lower caste. That is your swabhava. You have been like that. How you are being like that? Because your parents told you should not. When somebody comes, you should stand up. Understood? When Shesh Reddy started calling me sir, I said I am not your sir. I am DrTPS. Sir is a title which is given by Britishers once upon a time. Don't you call Krishna as Lord Krishna? When you write Krishna, Rama, Lord Krishna you write, right? Instead of God we accept it Lord. What is Lord? Lord is a judge in a court. Correct? What is the gender difference for Lord? The lady. Do you call Sita as Lady Sita? Durga as Lady Durga? Will you call Bhagavati as Lady Bhagavati while praying? While writing? See, that itself says we are stupid followers of somebody told like this, we are following it. That we are following because we are not educated. Understood? The time you decide that I am educated, I don't care you. Just because I have taken birth, only by Janma, somebody is a Shudra. I am also a Shudra by Janma. But only when I get educated, if my Uttar Pradesh is filled with knowledge, I become a Brahmin. When my chest is full with my prestige, power and position, I become a Kshatriya. If I know how to do business, I am a Vaishya. So, Vishnu Sahasranamam clearly says, Vedanta go Brahmanaha. Those who can learn and teach, he is a Brahmin. In my childhood, I learned the first letter writing from an OBC. He is our Guru. In the village, Guru is one who knows how to read and write. Including the Brahmin's child has to learn from the OBC. Until my childhood, that was the practice. So I have learned writing from, do I call him as an OBC or a Brahmin? Because he is the one who taught me. Vedanta go Brahmanaha. So who teaches is a Brahmin. All the teachers are Brahmins. If they are not starving for position, power and money. Not by profession, by the desire they are categorized. Suppose somebody has got power and position in his mind, even if he has taken birth to a Brahmin, he is transferred into a Kshatriya category. So if you are only wanted to be a servant in your life, you are a Shudra. The Shudra is what is considered as OBC, SC, ST, all that Irava, Harijan, Dalit and all that belongs to Shudra group. Because you want to do servant's job only all the time. Do you want to come to the level of where you will teach people? Then you are a Brahmin. Vedanta go Brahmanaha, Satchatriyo Vijayi Bhavet, Vaishyo Dhana Samrdaha, Shudra Sukha Mapniyat. This is what Vishnu Sahasranamam, which Bhishma told and countersigned and agreed by Krishna. So God, Krishna himself agreed that this is the category of people in this world. Got it? So I don't think it matters. This is only, people have become subordinate, that feeling has come. You don't have to be a subordinate. We never call Department of Space, I am retired from Department of Space. We never call our chairman as sir. We call him by name. Kasturirangan is Kasturirangan, Madhavan is Madhavan. Madhavan Nair is Madhavan Nair, Shivan is Shivan for us. Got it? We will not call Modi as Modi sir. Do you call? Modi is Modi only. We address him as Modi only. We address Krishna as Krishna only. We don't call him as Krishna sir. So sir is not a title which is respectable. It is somebody's slavery which we are following. So don't think, be conscious about what you are speaking. Reasonably agree with what you think is correct. If I am wrong, somebody can come and explain me, you are wrong. I will change. I am ready for that. So this is only a feeling which people have taken through long period of life, which was there in Ambedkar also. That is why he himself claimed that no, I represent this group. He should have told, I don't represent any group. I am eligible even otherwise. He was a great statesman. He was a great economist. He was a great politician. Understood? Why Dalits have kept Ambedkar statue only in Dalit colony? Why have you not kept Ambedkar's statue in front of a temple? That's my question. Why Ambedkar statue is not kept beside the king of Nizam, or maybe the king of whichever Mughal, wherever they are there, keep a statue nearby and then say, no, we are great. We are equal to him. That should be the method, right? Why do you want Ambedkar's statue little away from others? Not required. That is where we have done the mistake. It has to be together. You create everybody together holding hand and say that we are all together. I am sure everybody will become part of it. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. DPS.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
So I'll post this. Maybe tomorrow or day after tomorrow I'll post. I have got so much in pending for processing, so I'll process. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
God bless you. Bye.